Hey everybody, Invasion Productions presents yet another discussion. We're here on the black couch, and I have with me Justin Cruze.
Again.
Jerry Reiner. Again. And we got Nick Virtue, the former center.
Nick Vortex, future icon.
Whichever you prefer. I like the former center, Nick Virtue.
Sure you do.
Virtue all the way. Not that Vortex is bad.
No, I
just prefer the Virtue.
Vortex is fucking awesome.
He is fucking awesome.
I've heard.
We're gonna discuss some topics. We don't really have much of a format. We're just kind of throwing it out there and see what sticks. So
That's a poop joke.
No, what a poop joke.
What are you throwing?
We're just throwing the ideas like against the wall to
Do
see if they
ideas stick?
You
Yeah,
can't
metaphorically.
throw ideas.
You can't.
Not literally.
Ideas aren't tangible, Jerry.
Sometimes you just
So what do you want to talk about
What's
first?
the first? I don't know, Jerry. I was thinking maybe we could talk about our favorite matches as professional wrestlers here on the Gulf Coast.
That's a grand idea.
Let's do that.
That's swell.
So, what's your favorite ever, Jerry? Because you've been in approximately 74,000 matches.
I've
this
been
year.
in quite a few. We're going to start with the middle. That's kind
We'll
of
start in the middle.
all right.
You said there's no format, brother.
Southeastern Pro Wrestling. I was the Blab TV champion,
Ooh.
and I successfully defended the championship title against the Road Dogg Jesse James,
Hey.
gaining a pinfall victory over a former WWE Intercontinental and 7 or 8 or 9 time tag team champion.
He was also a hardcore champion a couple times.
He was the hardcore champion. But
Wow.
everybody was, though.
Your resume. I wasn't.
That's pretty sweet.
He's up there with the likes of Steve Blackman and Crash Holly.
Yeah, and Molly Holly even.
But
And a referee held it too, didn't he?
Did he?
I think.
But they were like the top tag team for that whole decade,
yeah,
I think.
definitely.
So
Maybe not the decade, but definitely.
getting the pinfall over Bryan right after he left WWE was pretty cool because he was still hot, you know.
He's always hot.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's hot now. He's just BG James now, as part of the
Very
James gang, the BKM.
My favorite match is not nearly as cool as that, but it would have to be when I worked all 3 members of the Mean Street Posse at the same time. Oh wait, no, that didn't happen. Oh yeah, Backyard Brawl, I'd have to say, was my favorite match ever, because we broke 8 tables and put ourselves through hell, and I could barely walk afterward. And all the boys put us over, and
I did.
Yeah, the guy who trained us put us over and everything. So
I was announcing that match, and I stood for most of it. Not just because you broke the announce table we were sitting at, but
That was my body that did that.
it was your body.
yeah, I was about to say you were in that match, but I don't know if you're going to pick the same match. But Vortex was there, not Virtue. Vortex was
Vortex.
That was before Virtue was reborn.
throwing down, and Iceberg and Maze were also in. So Nick,
Yeah.
your
Were
favorite
they?
match?
Kinda.
They were there, I've been told.
I guess it might have been video.
If you watch the
footage.
video footage, they are actually there.
There are some sightings.
Jerry CGI'd them into the video. My favorite match would probably be Backyard Brawl, but so as to not steal Justin's answer, I enjoyed the ladder match that we had not too long after that. Whenever we went over to the fairgrounds,
Another good choice. Marty Jannetty put that match over.
Marty
to us.
Jannetty did, which was pretty cool.
He was
And
there.
even though Danny Rowland yelled at me after it
Because you went too long.
because
he
we went
said.
too long, and you don't make somebody like Marty Jannetty wait.
Right. He was
Yeah.
probably just mad because you went out there and outworked him.
I do that from time to time and all the time. But I had a really good time with that. There was another new era Backyard Boys match, and I don't know. I felt like maybe we had come into our own a little more. It was less hardcore and more match quality. I mean, we did have the ladder aspect of it, but it was a lot of fun.
Psychology was solid.
Solid.
And that finish was
I liked the
spectacular.
finish.
Finish was
great.
very
Let's
good.
go through the finish and walk the fans through what was a spectacular psychological thriller of a finish.
Well, what happened was we were
What had happened was
we're beating the holy hell out of each other.
In New Era at the time were not liked by the fans, and the Backyard Boys.
heel. They were
And
heels,
the Backyard Boys were over.
baby
Oh.
faces.
But the deal was that we were both under a stable called well, I don't. What was it called? It's Milo DeBrad's crew.
Milo DeBrat, it was
Dynasty or
who cares really?
yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
but
Milo DeBrat was their manager.
we were all under his tutelage, and the Backyard Boys contract was being held above, which is what the ladder was
We were supposed to climb the ladder to get the contract. It was hanging from the building.
So,
There you go.
so the deal was if the Backyard Boys grabbed the contract, then we were free to do whatever we wanted, and if New Era grabbed it, then Milo owned us still. And the finish was some kind of double down.
Ref got knocked down.
Ref got bumped.
You got the contract.
I grabbed the contract on the ladder.
Crowd went crazy.
Oh my
nuts.
god,
They were
they
so
went ape
happy.
shit. It was great, and the fairgrounds was packed.
Oh,
that
it was
night.
packed.
Wasn't that face
oh
off?
my god, it was the first time. Yeah, I think it was.
I believe
Face
it
Off.
was face off.
But it was just insanely packed. I've never seen that many people in the fairgrounds, even at the fair. But
Wait a minute.
all right, I take that back.
Maybe that's
But-
an exaggeration.
Well, during our match, it filled up like the fair.
Yeah, the entire fair came out and they put up Ferris wheels and stuff whenever we were working.
But nobody was on because they were all watching us.
Right.
All right, anyway.
People wanted to get a better view, so they got to the top of the Ferris wheel.
Right, so anyway, Vortex gets the contract, crowd's going wild,
And then
but the
Maze-
ref is still
He's down.
oblivious
And
to
that
what's
was
going on.
Bob Holly.
Bob
wasn't it?
Holliday.
Bob
Yeah.
Holly, the
Bob
best
Holly.
ref ever
Holiday
had in a
Holly.
match.
Whichever.
And so Maze kind of took me off of. He bumped me off of the ladder with a half cage moosh,
Sort of.
and yeah, more or less that was the gimmick.
Just
and,
yanked him off the fucking thing.
and then pulled the contract out of my hand. And Iceberg and Cruze are outside, and Maze and I are inside. But I just taken the big bump off the ladder, and Maze takes the contract over the ref, who shakes him
So
and
when
wakes
the
him
ref
up.
comes to, he sees Maze with the contract, calls for the bell.
Automatically assumes he pulled it off the
New
ladder.
Era.
victorious. But not really, but
But good enough.
that's
For government work.
That is a sweet swerve,
Very good
swervelicious finish.
one of the best finish I've ever been involved in.
Really?
Yeah, it was a good finish. It was
Because
a very good finish.
it was the only time I'd ever, we had the crowd right, they had gotten what they wanted,
They were
and then we
in our
just
hands
took
and
it,
yeah.
and we heard about it.
We owned the crowd that night.
Oh, yeah.
Fucked him. No.
And it was great. It was a very good
It was
finish.
awesome.
Speaking of finishes, Backyard Brawl's finish involved Milo DeBrat hitting somebody over the head with a bottle.
Me.
Iceberg, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
Eric over there.
He hit Iceberg over the head with it, but because Milo DeBrat couldn't stop fiddling with it and fucking with it, it was one of those sugar glass
glass, dude.
things. He had broken it already, so he had to hide it and just smash it over his head real quick so nobody would see that it was already
It
broken.
looked like whenever he hit him with it, it looked like a quarter piece of a vase.
Yeah,
He hit him with.
it was an
But
ornate
it's-
vase.
It still
It got the
glass.
reaction, yeah.
Well, and then
Yeah,
the
shattered
explosion of
everywhere.
the glass was real cool.
It would have been better if he hadn't been a jack off and messed with it and broken it earlier.
Like you could imagine, though, the finish that would have been so much more
Oh,
kick-ass
yeah.
had he grabbed the neck of the bottle and
Yeah,
smashed
had he
him on
held
his
the
face.
bottle up so the fans can see, oh my god, he's got a bottle, and then smashed. Oh yeah, that would have been much better. So basically, we busted our ass for 45 minutes, went through 8 tables, whatever, and then the stupid manager douchebag fucks up
Ruined
the
it.
finish.
They're all,
He didn't
they're all
ruin it, but he,
bleeding.
yeah. And I literally could not walk.
Yeah, I broke Justin's back that night with a spine buster.
Let's talk about that spot.
Oh man,
That was a
Table
Justin,
over the
Justin
guardrail.
idea.
It was apron to the guardrail. They had a table laid across.
That's why you don't give indie guys guardrails.
that's right.
Justin runs on the apron at Vortex. Vortex picks him up, turns him, and spine busters him
Off the ring,
off the
through
ring,
table,
through the table to the floor, and
I didn't feel the table. By
it's like the
way.
table wasn't there. Just whoop.
Just right to the concrete, smacked my head, messed my back up, which hurt for 3 weeks. I had to go move furniture every day for 3 weeks after that with a bad back.
Murder balled himself.
That sucked. And then I had to go through 2 tables after that for the finish.
Mm-hmm.
I believe the Cruze Crunch, the announce table was even after that, where I'm
Could've
landing
been-
on my
yeah.
same
Man,
spot.
That was
And
actually
that
pretty
was-
early.
That was
spine buster.
well, but
Yeah.
that was pretty early. The Cruze Crunch was right before the finish.
And I still went up and did a Cruze missile off the top rope
Uh-huh.
with my messed up back.
Yeah, you
I
did.
wasn't stopping because,
Valiant over there.
Cage mooshes galore through tables. And
oh yeah, it was good stuff.
that was fun times, and that's a match that I would have loved to have relived.
And if
for
you
that
ask me
long.
at one of the shows to get you a copy, it is going to cost you $30. And I'm not even joking.
He won't even.
I'll
give
even
me
throw
one.
in Backyard Brawl 2 on there for you. But
Ooh.
$30. I have no
Wow.
idea where the footage is for that ladder match, but that's $50.
I think
Yeah.
I've got it.
Just because Marty Jannetty was there.
I'll give you $50 for that match. I love that match.